welcome to another episode of Gets My Goat by Rachel Howell. Lots of goat butts in the background, but today we are going to be doing some work on Saphron. We're going to be trimming her hooves and measuring her belly and checking her for lice and dandruff and all that good kind of stuff, and we're just going to be taking a look at her. So we have our notebook and a pencil and a measuring tape, and then we have a brush and a really cheap stethoscope. And then we have our flour and baking soda, and we have our hoof trimmers. Now these are Black & Deckers. If we can get it to focus. Anyway, they're Black & Deckers, and I don't know about this specific pair, but I know that you can get hoof trimmers on Amazon for like anywhere between $10 and $30. So, and you definitely, just like everything, you get what you pay for. So, we are going to start by listening to her really quick. Listening to her heart and lungs. And her rumen. And Bess wants to join in. Hi. Hey, you're eating my stethoscope. Heart sounds good. From what I can hear. Lungs sound alright. Now we're going to come over here and listen to the rumen. The rumen is moving nicely, so that's good. There it goes. Good. Okay, so she sounds good. One thing I noticed right now, getting my hands on her, you know, feeling her back and feeling her hips and everything like that, she's a bit on the thin side. So we could probably increase her food. We could probably increase her food intake a little bit, because she's gonna need that extra for her babies. She's lactating. She will be lactating, and those developing babies definitely need those nutrients. So at this point, because they can get away from you so quickly once they start losing weight, or if they're already underweight, they can get away from you really quickly, and they can look fine on the outside, just looking at them. But then once you get your hands on them, they can be really thin. And a lot of people can miss it because, like I said, they can look fine on first glance one day, and then 2 days later you go out there and they're dead or half dead because they were severely underweight and really sick. So, alright, we're going to take the measuring tape and put it underneath. And I have it start at the backbone up here. You can't really see it, but I have it start at the backbone up here, like that, and then bring it around, and I have the 0 on her backbone right now. And I bring it around, and I'm not pulling it super tight. I'm just kind of laying it across. And it matches up pretty perfectly with 39 inches. So, and I do it right about the midsection, right about where the ribs end, kind of right here. And this is where we take our pencil and come over here, and we go May 18th, 2020. Hey. And the last time she was measured was April 20th, and she was 37 and a half. And today we know that she's 39. So that's a good sign. That tells us that her babies are growing, or her baby, whichever the case may be, is growing. And alright, now we're going to take our brush, and I'm not making a big deal of it. I'm just gently, just kind of scanning really quick. And then I'm going to go this way. And again, I'm not, getting extremely meticulous about it. I don't see any, lice, ticks, mites, fleas. I don't see any of those. Oh. Hold on, Bess. Alright, on second thought, I believe she has mites. So I'm going to have to look into that and see how to treat that. So I think she may have some mites. So no biggie. We'll just have to see. We'll have to look into it and see what we can treat her with. Hey, since she's pregnant, usually you can treat with ivermectin, and but I'll have to see because I've never really had a problem with it. So, alright. So now we're going to get to trimming hooves. And her hooves are going to be probably pretty bad because it's been a little while since I trimmed them. So I like to start, stop it. I like to start down here at the toe. Easy. Like that. And then I clean out the sole of the foot, the hoof wall. You better watch out, Bessie. Go like this side. Take some more of the toe. Easy does it. Good. Her feet grow kind of weird, so they're really hard to trim. But you want to be as straight and even as possible with these guys. Hey! I have you guys on a bucket right now, and Bessie's thinking it's pretty awesome. Okay. So we started with the toe, and then we come down here again. Oh, you guys are fine. Hey. No. They will kick, so be careful. And she's I can usually get through them quicker than this, but she's a bit of a twerp, so Hopefully she won't bleed, but if she does, that's what our flour and baking soda is for. She's got a little bit of a high wall there. Easy, come on now. So take the tip. Stop it. Am I going to have to hold you like a horsey? So this looks bad, but it is necessary sometimes. I'm not putting a ton of pressure up here right now with my legs. I'm just trying to get her to hold still. Bessie, honestly? Get out, honey. There we go. Alright, that one doesn't look too bad. Now we're going to switch to this one. Of course, I dropped my clippers. Okay. Oh, she got a little owie right there. Saphron, stop it. Let me see your owie. So she has a little bit of an owie, like a bit of an abrasion right here. It's not bad. It's actually just one little spot. And it's just in the skin, so note that. we do the same thing, clean out the hoof wall. Gets poop and stuff stuck in it all the time. We turn these around. There we go. That's a tough one. There we are. And then we take some more of the toe. I try not to take a whole lot of the toe. You know, and if I do, I try to take it little bits at a time. So take the toe. Come back here. Its inside hoof is, its inside foot is really bad. You guys can do this. I mean, it's not hard. You do sort of have to know, you know, what you're looking for, but it's not complicated unless there is a health, you know, unless there's an issue with the foot, and unless it needs corrective trimming, which I don't necessarily do. Unfortunately, I would love to learn, so if you, any of you watching out there, if you know anything about corrective trimming, I'd love to hear about it. Love to learn. But, you know, if you're feeling up to it, if you're feeling confident, you can do it. But you have to be confident and you have to be careful. And if you're not feeling like you can do it, and if you're feeling like it's a little bit more than you're comfortable with, there's always somebody that you can probably find to help you out with it. You can, you know, look them up. They're on Facebook. Almost any goat owner, any veteran goat owner will know about trimming hooves. So if you're not comfortable with it, you can find somebody, and if you are comfortable with it, get you a pair of clippers and give her a try, but be careful. Be careful. Alright, now we're moving to the front ones. Same idea, except for this one is pretty badly overgrown. The wall is kind of starting to encroach quite a bit. So we're gonna have to watch this one, because she's wanting to roll out on it. I think she's wanting to put more pressure on the outside. Bessie, you gotta get down, honey. Hey, don't be grouchy. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this hoof wall is just really grown down. You don't want to hurt them, but alright. Now I'm going to take the blade, this part up here, the blade, and lay it like this against the hoof and level away from me like this. So it's going to look like that. Just gently. There we go. I think we may have a tiny bit of hoof rot or something going on in here, but yeah. I'm going to turn the blade around. And be very careful when you're doing this. You always want to keep the blade flat. There we go. And this is just to kind of level that out a little bit. Man, that hoof wall is just crazy. Okay. Man, girl. Look at that thing. It's crazy. Take the toe. Clean the wall. Snip. Snip. A little more toe. And if you want to know if your hoof wall, if your toes are even length, because strangely enough, they don't always grow evenly. Just going to level that out a little more. Easy, girl. Easy. Easy does it. The toes are like this. They're cloven hooves, and they don't always grow evenly. So if you're wanting to know if they're level, what you can do is you can take them, they'll split like this, and you can take them and hold them together like this, just like that. Keep them even. You line up the heel down here, like that. You don't want to line up the toe. You line up the heel, and actually in doing that, I can see that these are just a tad uneven. That's better. So yeah, so that's helpful to tell if you're even or not. Little Miss Bessie is hungry. She hasn't eaten yet. Alright, now we're on to the left front hoof. Same thing, I'm seeing we've got just a little bit of outer wall out here rolling into the rest of the hoof like this. So we're going to take our trimmers, take the blade, take the toe, take some of the wall, there we go, easy does it. Easy does it now. This one had quite a bit of heel on her. Oop, that was pretty deep. Easy, what's that? You want to be careful with the fleshy part of the foot. Once you start trimming down. Here we go. Easy. Good girl. Level that up. Okay. This right here, this part is quite soft. It's quite soft and quite sensitive, so you do want to be careful with it. Turn it around. There we go. That heel bulb wasn't too bad. Alright. A little much there, but not bad. Check the toes. Good. Okay. Now, stand up, baby. Okay. We managed to get through that without any bleeding. So that's really good. Push you guys back a little bit. We didn't have any bleeding or major issues or anything like that. But they were definitely needing to be done. We are going to keep an eye on her for a little while because sometimes when they've gone for a little bit without a hoof trim, and then you do their hooves, sometimes they can get a little bit tender on them. Let me see if I can show you. So all of this right here and all of this is now kind of freshened up. Let me see if I can show you. It's all kind of freshened up. It's not wanting to focus. And it's going to be kind of soft if you push on it. Sorry guys, I know it's blurry. But it's going to be kind of soft. So I'm going to watch her for a little while and make sure that she's not too sore on him. But I'm a little bit worried about that left front hoof, but because the outer wall was pretty bad. But so there's that, and we're gonna check her udder. She doesn't have milk yet, but it's always fun to check. I'm gonna lift up her foot. Oh, that's not. There we go. So that might be a little bit better. You guys can see her udder now, and it's actually growing quite a bit. It's gotten quite a bit bigger since the last video we had her in. So I'm just going to make a quick note. Trimmed hooves. Hey, stop it. You're eating my stuff. Okay. So that's what we did with her on that one. Alright, so I think we're going to call that one good. And like I said, we're just going to keep an eye on her and watch her. And hopefully she doesn't have too many issues. But, so yeah, this is basic hoof trimming. This is basic hoof trimming. And it's something that they all need. It's something that even Bessie here is going to need pretty soon. And, yeah, her hooves aren't bad right now. Yeah, they're not bad at all right now. But she's going to need it soon as well. So, alrighty. Thank you for watching. And hopefully you guys join us for the next video. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop those in the comments right down there. And please like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you next time.